everyone. This is Jeff, and welcome back to Outer Worlds Comics. I hope everybody had a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, whatever it is that you celebrate. Obviously, I am surrounded by some remaining gifts. Today is the 26th, day after Christmas. I've been fighting a cold. I've been sick for it's the first time I've been sick during Christmas, maybe ever, that I can remember. So, fighting a cold, so feeling a little under the weather, but that's okay. I'm surrounded by gifts here. And of course, I wrap these myself. They're whatnot packages that have piled up. I went a little crazy in December, sitting around the early nights, and I have been busy. So I just went ahead and, because I have my tree that you saw in the opening of the video, I just decided I'm going to go ahead and throw some presents under there. So I wrapped my whatnot gifts and packages, and here they are. They're ready for me to open. Now, if I tried to make a video of me opening all of these packages, it would be way more egregious than my normal terribly long videos. So I'm not going to do that to everybody. I think as part of what I'll do is I'll speed through the opening, and we'll listen to some Christmas music, and then I'll highlight maybe kind of what I picked up in these boxes, so we can keep it brief. But I'll point out here, I got some cool things. One of the things that I asked for Christmas was that my wife or kids just framed some things that I've collected over the last year or this year. So I got this West Coast Avengers signed by Bob Hall. It's a print by Bob, and so I went ahead and had them. They just bought a frame and did the matting, so that looks awesome. I love that. Big West Coast Avengers guy. I got this Don Rosa signed for Jeff from Don Rosa, Uncle Scrooge, and we got this Alfred E. Newman for president. I love Mad Magazine, so this is an insert and really famous one. So have that framed, and then these are a couple prints. I can't remember the artist. I'm gonna have to see if I can't put that in the description for this video, but I just liked it when it was at a local con or a local show of some kind. I got it in January, so almost a year ago. But just thought these were cool prints, so got those picked up. Got a little World War Hulk right there, World Breaker Hulk, and then this is from a series of prints that came out in the early '80s. But I like this one with the Thing and Hulk, so that's cool. My wife did all of these for me. This is something I got at Heroes Con at the charity auction, so I just thought that was cool. Storm was Punk before Spider-Man. Thought that was awesome, so I had to grab that. What else do I have over here? These are, Marvel has a role-playing game. Had a role-playing game. I played this. This was like when I first got into comics, was because I was playing this at a comic book store when I was a kid. So I found it, and I ended up selling it this, I think, last year. But I kept one of the inserts for the characters, character cards, and just had it framed because I thought it was cool. It's good memory. And then last but not least, this is some original art I bought. This is Jay Gonzo, and it was a Cheech and Chong comic he did. And I love Cheech and Chong coming up as a kid. That was just, the movies are fantastic. And yeah, so I just grabbed this. I thought it was cool. Hitchhiking, it's got the bus, just I like everything about the aesthetics. So I don't know if this microphone's working. This is the first time I've tried this, but see how it goes. So yeah, anyway, I got that. So there we go. Now I have to open all of these, and then I'll highlight what I got, and I'm going to keep this brief, I promise. 20 minutes tops, 15 minutes. Let's see what happens. Everybody, so we're back and we have everything kind of unwrapped. I didn't rebag and board everything. I did have to put some things in bags and boards because some of the comics came not bagged and boarded, so I did take care of that. Okay, so let's get into what I got. The first off is ridiculous. I buy comics from a whatnot seller named Blackfish Comics. Highly suggest checking him out. He runs through his books really nicely. You get a good condition. I happened to see that he tagged me, so I just popped in. This was like the day before. This was no, this is a few days ago. I don't know. It feels like it was definitely a few days ago because I already got it. Anyway, it was a contest thing he was doing, and I jumped in on it, and I won this. I think I paid $10. It was like you do a $10 bid, and it puts you into a spin the wheel to win a comic or a slab. I won this, and an 8.0 of Stuff Magazine number 14 from 2001 with the Mila Kunis cover. Ridiculous. I don't know what I'll do with it, but it was fun. Really like Blackfish Comics. Don't know his name, but nice guy on the show and does a good job there. So he's got some nice books, good condition. I've shown some off recently in another recent video, I think. Anyway, there you go. The next one is actually an eBay purchase. And I just opened these things up and I did not go do research to remind myself about this, so bear with me. But after the Supergirl trailer, let me move this in a little bit. Boop. There we go. After the Supergirl trailer, I just was doing some research on spec type stuff, and this one was interesting. Obviously, it says the secret origin of Supergirl's super horse. Can't remember the name of the horse. This is like Crystal, or I don't know. I can't remember what they're totally drawing a blank of what her horse's name is. Oh, Comet. Yeah, there you go. So Comet the horse, that eventually like kind of becomes it's like a person trapped in a horse body or something weird like this. And so Supergirl and Comet end up having some kind of relationship once the horse becomes a person again or something. I got to remember the story, but it was really weird. And boy, I felt like if anybody would bring Comet onto the big screen, it would be James Gunn. He would find a way to make Comet a thing. So I thought, you know what, I'm just going to go spec on this one a little, and found this on eBay for a pretty good deal. I made an offer, and they accepted. So it's not perfect, but it's pretty nice. So it's Action Comics 293, first appearance of Comet. So there you go. Took a chance on that one. All right, so the next one, excuse me, as I said, I'm fighting a cold. We have Skipping Stones is a seller on Whatnot. If you buy on Whatnot, you might have run across her. She's selling off a collection that was passed down to her from her uncle, who I think had a store, something like that. And at early days of this seller, you could get some unbelievable deals. Now it seems like a lot of people know of her, so there's a lot more competition. So I just happened to pop in there. She sends her books not bagged and boarded, which is frustrating. And there's a little bit of a cigarette smell, which is also frustrating. But she's really cool. She runs a really fun show. She calls things dead stock. So sometimes it seems like what she's suggesting there is that the books haven't been touched. They're in great condition. And a lot of times they are, but sometimes you get stuck. Like this one, I believe she said this was dead stock. This is the first appearance of Lex Luthor in his suit, his super suit. I think this is this version of Brainiac's first appearance, maybe. So, is a spec. I have a direct copy of this that's in mint, really nice condition. This one looked perfect as well, and it's a newsstand. Nobody bid on it. I got it for like $3. But then you look at it, and once it got to me, it's a square. It's like one of those thicker books, I guess kind of a square bound. It does have a tick there, and then it goes on to the back. So, and it needs a cleaning for sure. So I was a little disappointed in the condition on this one, but still cool book to have on the spec side of things. We got Spectacular Spider-Man number 85. This is when Hobgoblin gets superpowers. This one is absolutely perfect. So thought that was nice. Nice pickup. I got it for $2. Why not? And then this one here as well, I got a great deal. Spectacular Spider-Man number 83. This is the origin of Punisher retold, so it's key. Also in really, I mean, it looks to be pretty much, might be pressable, so almost perfect. But again, I got this for like $3 or $4, so couldn't pass that up. And then last from her, I had some others. I just set them aside. I'm only showing you the ones that I think it's worth showing. This is Weird War Tales number 90. It does have one tick up there. Again, I got this for like $4. And it's got an unbelievable, Nazi cover. Will the Reich be reborn from the grave? So I love Weird War Tales. It's a great series, and I'm working on the run. And so that's a cool book to pick up. Yeah, so I got a great deal on it. It's in really nice shape. So there's that. All right, so this one I thought I would highlight real quick. So it was a seller. I can't remember the name of this seller, but he's not a comic guy. He's a storage unit guy, eBay seller. He just sells all kinds of stuff. He has like toy trains, I think, is one of his specialties. But he got into some comics. So he had a bunch of long boxes, and a lot of it was pretty obscure, like weird indie stuff, which I love. And he was running everything for $1. And so when I got in there was like 10 people. Nobody was bidding hardly. So I was just like, you get into a frenzy when you're just picking up books for $1. And he was kind of running it. It was going quick, so you couldn't research a lot. And it seemed like there was some very interesting books. The one thing I want to say about this guy is, there was unique books coming up that I wasn't sure about. And one came up, it was called I think it was called Children of Id. And I thought, boy, that looks interesting, but I let it go. Nobody bid. I could have gotten it for $1. And I quickly, by the time it ended, I had looked it up on eBay, and it was a $200 comic, depending on condition, of course. And that was, and I believe that was raw, excuse me. So I kind of let a couple of things go by, and I said, hey, do you mind rerunning that one? Well, it must have alerted some other people, because as I'm about to win that thing for $1, next thing you know, a couple people start bidding it up, and it ended up going for like $70 or something, and I bailed at like 50. So frustrating. That could have been mine. So I was kind of just bidding on stuff, taking a chance, seeing if I might hit on something. And I really didn't. And frankly, like, he sent everything in without bags or boards. I mean, just as it was. And the condition, a lot of these was not as good as maybe I would have hoped. Like here's an example. There's a little value in this, and if the condition was better. Bats, Cats, and Cadillacs, number 1. I just get sucked. I get drawn into stupid stuff like that. This is a Marvel premiere featuring Weird World. This is the first appearance of Weird World. I got this Xenozoic Tales number 9. And it's not in perfect condition. I got a Barbed Wire number 1. And then if you like magazine stuff, Heroes number 1. This cool Mad magazine, Mad in Espanol. That's kind of cool. And then we got this Galaxia number 1. Buzzard number 1. It's kind of neat. And then all of this stuff here. So just a bunch of random indie stuff, like in so-so condition. Kind of regret this one, and I've got another box coming from them that even is filled with more regret that I'll have to maybe highlight at some point. All right, next up, my boy Matt over at Patriot Comics. I bought some books off of him. Great channel. Check him out, Patriot Comics. I'm sure you already are, but if you haven't, check him out. And then he does a Whatnot show. He runs. He's been getting some great collections lately. So he picked up some X-Men books that I bought from him. But otherwise, yeah, you need to definitely check him out. He's great. And so I bought some comics. He sent me an entire stack of this stuff. I showed the note in the little video as I was opening stuff. All indie books. There were whole runs, it looks like, of stuff. This Fatale, I've never heard of it. Ed Brubaker, though. Suicide Risk, Velvet, so all that stuff. He just sent it to me for free. Said, read it or sell it, whatever you want to do. So that's cool. Thanks, Matt. That's really nice of you. Yeah, so then I got these books. Let's check these out. All right, so I got New Mutants, number 26. This is the first full appearance of Legion. This was the last issue I needed to complete my New Mutants run 1 through 50. So that was cool. Then grab that. I needed this for my X-Men run, 194, which I think is like the first appearance of Von Strucker, somebody Von Strucker. We got the 172 X-Men. This is Wolverine and Lady Mariko marriage. So I needed that for my run. I needed this for my run, which is X-Men 131, which is White Queen first appearance and like second or third cover, and then appearance of Kitty Pryde and Dazzler, something like that. So it's a key book. Needed it for my, I'm working on those early numbers for my X-Men run, Uncanny X-Men. So it's in really nice shape too. So I was really got a great deal on this, and really happy to have it. And then last but not least, finally in my collection, the first full appearance of Gambit in X-Men Annual number 14. So needed this for the collection and got a pretty good deal on it too. So I was happy about that. It's in really nice shape. I mean, that's a beaut. Maybe one small little something right there, but that's a beautiful book. So thank you, Matt at Patriot Comics. You guys definitely, I just they did a YouTube review thing of like the most channels or most views of channels for me for the year, and I think Matt was like number 3 most viewed channel for me, because I just really enjoy his channel. He does a great job, got a great voice, and just a nice guy. So go check him out. All right, next up. All right, here we have from TR Collectibles, who I believe is kind of friendly with Matt at Patriot Comics. I think that's how I found out about TR Collectibles, but he's awesome. He's a great guy, and he runs some really cool books, including some underground stuff that I'll pick up from him. But which I think most of the stuff it might end up being. But anyway, I got Howard the Duck number 30, which I'm getting very close to completing this run, so I was happy to grab that. I got a couple of these, Mark Spears, Monster and the Wolf. I love werewolf stuff, so I needed a couple of those werewolf variants. Got these each for $4, I think. So $4 for that one, and then I got this one. I didn't grab it. I didn't get this when I bought blind bags. So just love the pumpkin variant. So grab that, $4. We got this awesome Edgar Allan Poe's The Conqueror Worm, Richard Corbin going. This is a dark horse deal, but anything Corbin I'm going to usually try to grab, so I was happy to find that. Got a good deal on it. All these things I think I did really well. This is XX Xenophile number 2, so that's pretty cool. Those are pretty cool books. We got Ironwood number 6. This series has a lot. It actually has some value. I don't know much about it, but I remember I got this for a great deal. So, all right, we got Death Dreams of Dracula, Cocaine, Dracula Goes Snowblind. That's just bizarre. I like a lot of vampire books. So it's got vampires. It's kind of a indie title, Apple Comics. It's number 3, and then this is just kind of really wild title, so I couldn't pass that up. This one, awesome. Another one that's just, love the title, really. It's an adult comic from Venus Comics. It's Melty Feeling number 1. There's a little bit of value to this book for sure, and just couldn't pass it up. Just the title alone was enough to sell me on this book. So Melty Feeling number 1. Great for my underground adult kind of deal. Same thing with this, Cherry number 7. I don't know if this is not a first print is my guess. I got a pretty good deal on it. So it does have a few ticks, but otherwise it looks pretty nice. But I am working on the Cherry run, so there you go. That was from TR Collectibles. I had some other stuff from him that I did not show. He sent a lot of freebies, actually, and so thank you over TR Collectibles. He sent me some cool mags and a few other books, so thank you. Last but not least, we have Eggplant Comics. You can definitely check him out. He has some great books. Seems like a really nice guy, another East Coaster. I won't go through all of these, but I picked up a lot of these, all these here from him. And this is just a variety of underground stuff. That's really cool that I needed for my collection. That's Ghost in the Shell ash can thing. That looked cool. Naked Angels. So just some cool stuff. OK Comics, Black Hole. So there you go. I won't spend time there, but here's the real cool stuff I got from him. We got from Eros Comics, Butterscotch, issue number 3. This series has a lot, sells for some really good money. He had number 1 and 2, but those went for some serious money. So I think I got this for a much better deal. Maybe issue number 3. I can't remember how I ended up with this, but either way, I'll work on that run. Got this awesome Girl Fight Comics, the print mint. That's a great underground comic to add to the collection. Very cool cover. We got Quack number 1. Been talking about this book with my buddy Chris. Oh my God, here, Chris. I'm doing the Chris Parker. So anyway, we've been talking about this book. So I finally had a chance to pick it up. Got a great deal on it. We got this Avenging World by Steve Ditko. I've got another one of these. It's a magazine size. So this is the comic size. I don't know what number this is. If this is number 1, I don't know. I know the one I have is a magazine size. And then we got these Bizarre Sex. I have one of these, which I think is Bizarre Sex number 5, or I don't know what number I have, but it's a wild cover. I didn't know that they existed. Excuse me. But when I got the cover I have, I was like, I've got to have more of these. They're really wild. So I've got Bizarre Sex number 4. I have not opened it up to see what the actual cover looks like. I'm going to have to do that. But there you go. The cool thing about these comics that Eggplant was selling in this particular show is he got this underground collection, and the books are just in unbelievable condition. For underground, it can be tough to find them in high grade. And this collection he had was very high grade, which of course drove the numbers up a bit on some of the books. So I lost out on some very cool comics that I just was not willing to go at the prices that they were being offered. But I ended up getting the stuff I'm showing you for a good price. I offered up some offers to him that he worked with me on. So anyway, we got Bizarre Sex number 3. Really nice condition. Same thing with this one. Beautiful. Bizarre Sex number 2. And then I had to block out some of the stuff on here, but that's Bizarre Sex number 1. Really high grade. Beautiful book. Kitchen Sink Comics. So there you go. And then I got this awesome Skull Comics number 2. Beautiful shape. I mean, all of these are just really high grade. Slow Death number 4. Awesome. Richard Corbin. And that's by Last Gasp. That is just sick. Corbin's color work is by far the best. He might have the best color work in all of comics. I think I could confidently say that. His color work is just perfect. It's everything that I like in comic books and underground and psychedelic, and it just pops. So we got this one actually had a few little spine ticks, but nothing terrible. I've seen worse. Slow Death number 3. And we got Death Rattle number 3. This one has like crease up there. This one had a little bit more condition issues. Not a perfect book by any means, but very cool. Death Rattle number 3. And then Death Rattle number 2. Death Rattle, I think he had number 1. I have number 1, I think. I can't remember. But either way, I've got Death Rattle number 2. It could use a cleaning. I don't know if I can clean this. I haven't touched underground books yet. Probably could use a cleaning, but still looks pretty nice. Not perfect, but pretty nice. Death Rattle number 2, very cool cover. And then last but not least, this is the most I paid for a book. I think I got this for like 40, or I had some like credits or whatever you get when you start buying a lot of books. So I got this for a pretty good deal. It's a Mickey Rat #1, and it's not perfect. You know, there's some spine ticks here, but this book at high grade sells for some pretty good money. So very cool book to have in the underground collection. So that's it, everybody. Hope you had a great Christmas yesterday, and for those that partake in the holiday, we're winding up here for the year. We've got New Year's right around the corner. I'll do one more show before the end of the year to highlight kind of my favorite books I picked up for the year. Otherwise, I'm going to be tucked in and kind of chilling, and I hope everybody's doing well out there. Thanks for watching. It's been a really exciting year. I'll do all the wrap-up stuff in the last video of the year. But thanks for watching. Enjoy your relaxing, hopefully, today and through the weekend. Bye.